At a busy airport terminal, Marcus walked confidently toward his gate. He was calm but alert, dressed in casual clothes with a subtle FAA badge tucked inside his jacket. Marcus was on a routine inspection, disguised as an ordinary traveler to observe airport operations unnoticed. As he handed his passport to the gate agent, a young woman behind the counter, she glanced at it briefly and frowned. Without asking many questions, she abruptly tore the passport in half and threw it aside. Shocked, Marcus asked calmly, "Excuse me, what are you doing? This is a valid passport." The gate agent replied curtly, "I can't let you board without proper documents." Unbeknownst to her, Marcus was not just any traveler, he was an FAA inspector undercover, responsible for ensuring airline security and protocol were followed to the letter. Marcus took a deep breath, keeping his composure. "I'm going to need you to put that back together," he said firmly, showing her his FAA badge as he reached inside his jacket. The gate agent's eyes widened in surprise. "Wait, are you?" "Yes," Marcus confirmed. "I'm conducting a covert inspection of airport procedures today. Tearing up a passenger's passport without proper cause is a serious violation." Around them, other travelers began to notice the tension at the gate. Some murmured in confusion, others whispered questions, sensing something unusual was happening. Marcus calmly continued, "Your actions could have compromised the security protocols we're here to enforce. I need you to explain why you acted this way." The gate agent, now clearly unsettled, stammered, I thought the passport looked suspicious." Marcus shook his head slowly. "That's why we have verification systems, not snap judgments." Marcus took a deep breath, maintaining his calm and steady voice. "I'm going to need you to put that passport back together," he said firmly as he reached inside his jacket and pulled out his FAA badge, holding it clearly for her to see. The gate agent's eyes widened in shock and confusion. "Wait, are you?" "Yes," Marcus replied, nodding. "I'm an FAA inspector conducting a covert review of airport security and boarding procedures. Tearing up a passenger's passport without proper reason is a serious violation of protocol." A few nearby passengers turned to watch the unfolding scene, some whispering among themselves, sensing that this was no ordinary confrontation. Marcus continued, "Our security measures rely on clear guidelines and proper verification tools, not on hasty decisions based on appearance or assumptions. Your actions just now could have caused a major disruption and damaged the reputation of this airport." The gate agent, visibly flustered, tried to explain herself. I thought the passport seemed off. It looked unusual to me, so I acted quickly." Marcus shook his head slowly but firmly. "That's exactly why staff must follow established procedures and verify documents through official channels instead of making snap judgments. Every passenger deserves to be treated fairly and with respect." He then added, "I'm here to ensure that such incidents don't happen and to improve training so that our team works smoothly and professionally." The gate agent nodded silently, clearly realizing the gravity of her mistake as Marcus gently began to reconstruct the torn passport. Marcus carefully pieced the torn passport back together, his movements deliberate yet calm. The gate agent watched silently, her earlier confidence replaced by a mix of embarrassment and realization. Around them, other travelers resumed their business but kept occasional glances toward the gate, curious about what had just unfolded. Marcus cleared his throat and continued, "You see, the role of a gate agent is critical, not just for checking documents, but for ensuring that every traveler feels secure and respected. Mistakes like this can cause unnecessary delays, upset passengers, and even lead to costly investigations." He paused for a moment, then added, "We're all part of the same team, working towards safe and smooth travel experiences. That's why training is ongoing and why inspections like this happen." The gate agent nodded, swallowing her pride. "I understand. I didn't mean to cause trouble. I just wanted to do my job right." Marcus smiled gently. "I know you did. And I'm here to help make sure everyone is equipped to handle situations properly." Next time, if you have doubts, use the verification tools we provide, or call for support. Acting on instincts alone can backfire. The atmosphere at the gate began to relax. A supervisor approached after overhearing the conversation and thanked Marcus for his professionalism and for handling the situation calmly. Marcus nodded, then addressed the gathered staff. Let this be a reminder, our responsibility is not just about rules, but about respect and fairness. We protect the process and the people. With that, Marcus collected his belongings and proceeded toward the plane, leaving behind a quietly reflective team ready to improve. As Marcus walked away from the gate, he couldn't help but reflect on how important it was for every staff member to remain vigilant yet fair. Airports were complex places, filled with people from all walks of life, each carrying their own stories and challenges. It was essential that the system worked efficiently without unfair disruptions. Later that day, Marcus met with the airport's training coordinator. He shared detailed observations from his undercover inspection, highlighting not only the incident with the gate agent but also several other areas where staff could improve communication and document verification procedures. We have to build a culture where every employee feels empowered to ask questions and seek help, Marcus emphasized. This isn't about catching mistakes, it's about preventing them and fostering trust. The training coordinator nodded enthusiastically. I agree completely. We'll schedule refresher courses and role-playing sessions to simulate these real-world scenarios. Your feedback is invaluable. Meanwhile, back at the gate, the agent who had torn up Marcus's passport was assigned to attend the new training session. She approached it with humility and a genuine desire to learn. Her colleagues also welcomed the chance to sharpen their skills, knowing that their actions directly impacted passengers' experiences. In the days that followed, Marcus received reports showing notable improvements in staff confidence and professionalism. The airport had taken the inspection seriously, and positive changes were underway. The incident that could have sparked frustration instead became a catalyst for growth, all because one person chose to handle it with patience, respect, and dedication. Weeks passed, and the effects of Marcus's undercover inspection began to show throughout the airport. Staff members were more attentive, yet patient. The gate agents, security personnel, and customer service teams all demonstrated a renewed commitment to thorough but respectful checks. Marcus returned several times over the next month, each time blending seamlessly into the crowd, observing and making discreet notes. He saw genuine improvements, not just in procedures, but in the way employees communicated with travelers. One afternoon, Marcus found himself at the same gate where the earlier incident had taken place. The gate agent who had torn his passport approached him cautiously. "Mr. Marcus," she said softly, using his name she'd learned from reports, "I want to thank you. Your visit opened my eyes. I understand now how important it is to stay calm and follow protocol, no matter what." Marcus smiled warmly. "I'm glad to hear that. It's not about blame, but about learning and growing. We all have a role in keeping air travel safe and smooth." She nodded, her confidence restored. "I'm even helping to train new agents. I want them to avoid mistakes like mine." Marcus was pleased. That's exactly the kind of leadership we need. Remember, respect and professionalism go hand in hand with security. As Marcus prepared to board his flight, he felt a deep sense of satisfaction. The experience at the gate had been a test, not just of the system, but of the people behind it. And those people had risen to the challenge. His undercover role had allowed him to see firsthand how important kindness and clear procedures were in an environment that could so easily become tense and stressful. For Marcus, this was more than just a job. It was a mission to ensure that every traveler, no matter who they were, could pass through safely and with dignity. In the weeks following the inspection, Marcus's influence began to ripple beyond the gates and boarding areas. The airport's management team took note of his detailed reports and suggestions, implementing new policies aimed at improving the overall traveler experience and staff training programs. Workshops were organized, focusing on conflict resolution, cultural sensitivity, and the importance of clear communication. Employees were encouraged to share their experiences and challenges openly, fostering a culture of support rather than suspicion. One day, Marcus was invited to speak at a staff meeting. Standing before a room of airport employees, from gate agents to security officers, he shared his observations and the lessons learned from his undercover visit. "Every one of you plays a vital role in making air travel safe, efficient, and welcoming," he began. "But beyond procedures and regulations, it's our attitude and approach that make the biggest difference. Respect, patience, and professionalism aren't just words, they're the foundation of trust." He paused, looking around the room. "Mistakes happen. What matters is how we respond and grow from them. This airport can be a place where everyone feels valued and secure, if we work together." After the meeting, many staff members approached Marcus with questions, suggestions, and even words of gratitude. They appreciated his hands-on approach and his commitment to supporting their growth rather than punishing errors. Back at the gate, the one-stolen passport incident became a turning point, a story shared as a reminder of why diligence and empathy must always go hand in hand. Marcus knew there was still work ahead, but he felt hopeful. Change was possible, and through teamwork and understanding, the airport could become a model of excellence. As he prepared for his next assignment, Marcus carried with him the conviction that behind every document checked and every passenger screened, there was a human being deserving of respect. In the days that followed Marcus's meeting, the airport staff began to implement the new approaches with noticeable enthusiasm. The workshop sparked open conversations among employees, breaking down old habits and encouraging a more collaborative spirit. One afternoon, Marcus observed a particularly challenging situation at a security checkpoint. A traveler had misplaced some identification documents, causing confusion and tension. Instead of escalating the situation, the security officer on duty calmly reassured the traveler, guiding them through the verification process step by step. Marcus noted the officer's patient demeanor and effective communication, a clear sign that the training was making a real difference. Later, Marcus visited the gate agent who had once torn his passport. She was now confidently assisting passengers, checking documents meticulously but with genuine kindness. She recognized Marcus instantly and offered a warm smile. "Thank you again for your guidance," she said quietly. "It changed the way I see my role here. I'm more mindful now, and it feels good to help people rather than just process them." Marcus nodded, pleased. "You've done great work. Remember, every positive interaction builds trust, not just between staff and travelers but within the entire system." As Marcus continued his inspection tour, he saw more examples of the cultural shift he had helped initiate. From the maintenance crew ensuring safety checks were thorough to the customer service team addressing concerns with empathy, the airport was becoming a place where professionalism and respect were priorities. Despite the challenges airports face daily, Marcus felt encouraged by the progress. His mission was far from over, but moments like these reminded him why he took on this demanding role in the first place. Before leaving that day, Marcus paused to watch a family board their flight. Their smiles and relaxed demeanor told him that the airport was becoming a safer, more welcoming place, not just because of rules, but because of people willing to grow and change. As weeks turned into months, the airport continued to evolve in response to Marcus's inspections and recommendations. Regular feedback sessions became a staple, allowing employees at every level to voice concerns and propose improvements. This open dialogue fostered a sense of ownership and pride among the staff. One morning, Marcus encountered a situation that tested the new culture firsthand. A passenger arrived late for boarding and appeared flustered, fumbling through his documents. Instead of responding with frustration or impatience, the gate agent calmly guided the passenger through the necessary steps, checking his documents carefully while offering reassuring words. Marcus watched from a distance, impressed by the agent's composure and attentiveness. It was a clear contrast to the earlier incident that had sparked his initial inspection. Later, during a debrief with the airport management, Marcus shared his observations. "This is the kind of approach that builds trust and efficiency. When staff treat travelers with patience and respect, operations run smoother, and tensions are minimized. The management team agreed wholeheartedly and committed to maintaining these standards, investing further in staff development and support. Meanwhile, the gate agent who had previously torn up Marcus's passport had become a vocal advocate for continuous learning. She volunteered to mentor new employees, sharing her experience as a lesson in the importance of careful judgment and empathy. During a team meeting, she spoke candidly. "We all make mistakes. What matters is how we respond. I've learned that understanding and following proper procedures helps everyone, staff and travelers alike." Marcus nodded, proud of the progress. That mindset will carry this airport forward. As he prepared to leave again, Marcus reflected on how far the airport had come. The incident that once threatened to cause discord had instead sparked growth, proving that with leadership, education, and compassion, even the toughest challenges could be transformed into opportunities. Months after the initial incident, Marcus's presence and influence at the airport had become a familiar and respected force. His undercover inspections were not only about finding faults but about nurturing improvement and fostering a culture of mutual respect. One busy afternoon, Marcus found himself observing a team of gate agents handling a large group of travelers during a delayed flight. The agents managed the crowd with professionalism and calm, providing clear instructions and addressing concerns with empathy. Among the travelers was an elderly man who seemed confused and overwhelmed. One of the agents noticed and took extra time to assist him patiently, explaining the process and ensuring he was comfortable. Marcus smiled to himself, recognizing how much the airport's atmosphere had transformed. These small acts of kindness and diligence were the true markers of progress. Later that day, Marcus was invited to join a panel discussion with airport leadership and staff representatives. The topic was building trust through professionalism and respect. During the discussion, Marcus emphasized, security is not just about enforcing rules. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels safe and valued. That requires patience, clear communication, and a commitment to fairness. The staff representatives shared their experiences, describing how the training and cultural shift had improved not only their work but also their interactions with travelers. One agent remarked, "Before, I might have hesitated or acted on instinct. Now, I feel more confident in following procedures and treating each traveler with dignity." Marcus nodded, adding, "That confidence is key. When staff feel supported, they perform better, and the entire system benefits." As the discussion concluded, Marcus felt a deep sense of fulfillment. What began as a challenging inspection had blossomed into a meaningful journey toward positive change. The airport was no longer just a place of transit but a community striving for excellence and respect. In the months that followed, the changes at the airport became even more noticeable. Passengers reported smoother experiences, with fewer delays and more courteous interactions. Staff members expressed greater job satisfaction, knowing their efforts were making a tangible difference. One busy morning, Marcus observed a particularly delicate situation at the boarding gate. A traveler's boarding pass had been accidentally damaged, causing confusion and worry. The gate agent handled the matter with calm professionalism, quickly coordinating with the airline staff to issue a replacement and reassuring the traveler throughout the process. Marcus admired the agent's quick thinking and empathy. "This is what we aim for," he thought. Efficiency paired with kindness. Later, Marcus received an invitation from the airport's executive team to contribute to a long-term strategy focused on enhancing traveler experience and operational excellence. His insights from undercover work and frontline observations were highly valued. At a strategic meeting, Marcus outlined key recommendations: improved communication protocols, ongoing staff training, and a stronger emphasis on empathy in customer interactions. He stressed that these elements were just as critical as security measures. "Airports are gateways to the world," Marcus said. "Our mission is not only to protect but to welcome. Every traveler should leave feeling safe, respected, and valued." The executives nodded in agreement, committing resources to support these initiatives. As Marcus prepared for his next assignment, he reflected on the journey from that first tense encounter at the gate. What could have been a moment of conflict had become a catalyst for growth and improvement. He knew the work was never truly done, but he was encouraged by the progress and the dedication of those committed to making air travel better for everyone. As Marcus's work continued, he noticed a growing sense of pride among the airport staff. The lessons learned from the initial incident had spread, influencing not only gate agents but also security personnel, customer service teams, and management alike. One afternoon, Marcus observed a training session where employees participated in role-playing exercises designed to simulate challenging traveler interactions. The exercises encouraged staff to practice patience, effective communication, and problem-solving under pressure. After the session, a young gate agent approached Marcus. "I used to feel overwhelmed when things got hectic," she admitted. "But now, with the tools and mindset I've gained, I feel ready to handle almost any situation calmly." Marcus smiled warmly. "That's exactly the kind of confidence and professionalism we want. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to demonstrate your skills and compassion." Meanwhile, stories of positive traveler experiences began circulating within the airport community. Passengers expressed appreciation for the courteous and efficient service, even during busy travel periods. Marcus felt proud knowing that the small steps taken had created a ripple effect, improving the airport environment for both employees and travelers. As his assignment drew to a close, Marcus prepared a final report summarizing the progress and recommending continued focus on training and open communication. He reflected on how a moment of misunderstanding had turned into a powerful lesson, one that transformed not only policies but also attitudes and relationships. Leaving the airport, Marcus carried with him the hope that this story would inspire others in the aviation industry to prioritize respect, professionalism, and continuous improvement. Marcus stood by the terminal window, watching planes take off and land against the fading light of the evening sky. The airport, once marked by tension and mistakes, had become a place where respect and professionalism thrived. His undercover inspection had sparked a transformation, one built on patience, clear communication, and understanding. The staff were no longer just enforcing rules, they were fostering trust and ensuring every traveler felt valued. As Marcus prepared to move on to his next assignment, he felt a deep sense of accomplishment. This was more than just a job. It was a mission to create safer, more welcoming spaces in the complex world of air travel. Before leaving, he paused to speak with a group of employees. "Remember," he said, "our work isn't just about documents and procedures. It's about people. When we treat everyone with fairness and respect, we make the skies safer and the journey better for all." The staff nodded, inspired and ready to carry forward the lessons learned. Marcus smiled, knowing that the change he helped ignite would continue long after he was gone. The airport was now a model of excellence, a place where professionalism met compassion, and every traveler's dignity was honored. With that, Marcus walked away, ready to face new challenges, confident that the seeds of positive change had taken root.